Hello children, welcome back to our online classes session. Hope you all had a safe and happy summer break. You people must have enjoyed the break and utilized it in a positive manner. You must have revised the chapters which we did in the online classes. In continuation with those classes, we are going to start the chapter Arithmetic Progression from Algebra. In the first semester, shall be doing all the chapters from algebra. I have forwarded the reduced syllabus in the WhatsApp group. All of you please go through that syllabus, and if you have any doubt then please ask in the group. So we are starting the chapter Arithmetic Progression. Consider this sequence 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15 and so on. In this sequence you can see that the numbers are following a definite pattern. The difference between the successive numbers is 2. So if 3 is the first term we are having and 5 is the second term, how are we getting the second term? By adding 2 to the first term. Similarly, if we are considering this third term, how are we getting third term? By adding 2 to the second term and so on. The fourth term is obtained by adding 2 to the third term and so on. So after 15, if we have to give the next term, what it will be? 15 plus 2, 17. The next term will be 19 and so on. So we have got the definite rule which the terms are following. Similarly, if we consider the second sequence 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, you can see what is the rule followed here. The second term is obtained by adding 3 to the first term. Third term is obtained by adding 3 to the second term and so on. So if we follow the pattern, the next term will be 16, next term will be 19 and so on. So this is a sequence. I'll explain what is a sequence. Numbers arranged in a definite order according to some definite rule are said to form a sequence. The numbers are arranged in a definite order and they are following a rule. Like in this sequence, the rule is 2 is added to the previous term to get the next term and so on. So another example is 4, 7, 10, 13, 16 and so on. Here the first term is represented by T1 and it is equal to 4. Second term is represented by T2, this is equal to 7. Third term is T3 which is equal to 10 and so on. It is going like this. Here we'll be having the nth term of this sequence. This nth term is represented by Tn and it is also known as general term. So from this sequence only we are having the next arithmetic progression. It is one and the same thing. Arithmetic progression is a sequence in which each term differs from its preceding term by a constant. Each term is different from the previous term by a constant and this constant is known as the common difference. What is that? The constant difference is called as the common difference. So this D will be equal to what? T2 minus T1. This is also equal to T3 minus T2. This will also be equal to T4 minus T3 and so on. And in general, this common difference D is given by Tn minus 1th term. Now see, if we are considering this sequence, here T1 is T2 is 4, T3 is equal to 7 and so on. So when we have to give the common difference here, this D is given by T2 minus T1 which is equal to 4 minus 1, that is equal to 3. This is also equal to T3 minus T2 which is 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. Even if you calculate T4 minus T3, what it will be? 10 minus 7 which is equal to 3. So you can see in all the cases this common difference is coming to be same. When this common difference comes out to be same, then this sequence is known as arithmetic progression. Right? So for arithmetic progression, the most important thing is the common difference between the successive terms should be equal. The next in this we are having is arithmetic series. What is an arithmetic series? By adding the terms of an AP, we get the corresponding arithmetic series. See the same example of series. 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19 is an arithmetic progression. Here first term was 1, second is 4, third term is 7, and so on. Now if the terms of this progression are added, that is 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus 13 and so on. Now what is this? This is the arithmetic series we are getting. Arithmetic series. So you can make out there is not much difference is between a progression and series is when the terms of a progression are added, it will become an arithmetic series. So in case of arithmetic series, again this condition will be there that the difference between successive terms should be same. So here the first term is given by A, common difference is D. The second term is given by T2, which is equal to A plus D, which can be written as A plus 2 minus 1 into D. Basically now we are trying to find out a formula for the general term of the series. T3 is given by A plus 2D, which is equal to A plus 3 minus 1 into D. T4 can be written as A plus 3D, that is A plus 4 minus 1 into D. So continuing like this, we are getting nth term of a series is given by A plus n minus 1 into D. This nth term is also known as the general term of the series, right? So let us start the exercise. Very simple question. Show that the progression 11, 13, 15, 17, so on is an AP. Then you have to write its first term, common difference and 20th term. So the first step to show a progression to be an AP is we need to show that the difference between the successive terms is same. That is, the common difference is same. So if you calculate second term minus first, it is 13 minus 11, which is equal to 2. Similarly, if we take 15 minus 13, that will also be 2. 17 minus 15 is also 2. So every time we are getting common difference a constant. So therefore, given progression is an AP. Now, in the first part, we have to write its first term, which is very simple. First term is represented by A and it is equal to 11. Then we have to calculate the common difference, which we have already done, and this is coming to be equal to 2. The next step is find the 20th term of the AP. This 20th term we are going to find out by using the formula Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. We are using this formula. So here n, that is n is given to be 20, A the first term and D is the common difference. So by putting value in the formula, we are getting T20 is equal to 11 plus 20 minus 1 is 19 into common difference is 2. So T20 is given by 11 plus 19 into 2, that is 11 plus 38, which comes out to be 49. So 20th term of the given progression will be equal to 49. Just keep in mind here the word used is progression. Why? Because the terms are not added. Once the terms will be added, then it will be known as a series. Now see, similar is the next question number 4. Show that the progression 11, 5, minus 1, minus 7, minus 13 is an AP. Then you have to write its first term, common difference and the 12th term. So again, to prove it to be an AP, we'll be showing that the difference between successive terms is a constant. So 5 minus 11 is coming to be minus 6. Next is minus 1 minus 5 we are calculating. This is also equal to minus 6. Then minus 13 minus of minus 7, it will again come out to be minus 6. So every time the difference is same, it is equal to minus 6. Therefore, this progression is an AP. First term T1 is equal to 11. Common difference is minus 6. And the 12th term, again by using the formula of nth term, it is coming to be A plus 11D. Substitute here the values. A is 11 and D is minus 6. So it comes out to be 11 minus 66, which is equal to minus 5. So the 12th term of the given progression is minus 55. Now the next type of the question in this we are having is question number 9 of the exercise. how many terms are there in the AP? 6, 10, 14, 18 and so on, and the last term is given to be 174. Here it is already given to be an AP and nth term is given to be 174. If they are asking you how many terms are there in the AP, that means we have to find out what is the number of this last term, 174. So in such type of questions, we'll be finding the first term. It is A, it is equal to 6, T2 is 10, T3 14. So from here the common difference will come out to be T2 minus T1, that is equal to 10 minus 6, which is 4. So for the given AP, the first term is 6, common difference is 4 and nth term is given to be 174. Tn is 174. So by using the formula of nth term, we are going to calculate the value of n. Substitute value in this formula. Tn is 174. It is equal to 6 plus n minus 1 into d. Now simplify this, we are getting 6 plus 4n minus 4. So 174 is equal to 2 plus 4n. So 4n will be equal to 172 and the value of n comes out to be 43. This means if we are counting this as the first term, second, third, fourth. So what is the number of 174? It is the 43rd term of the given AP. That is, how many terms are there in the AP? 43 terms are there in the given AP. Right? Now next, similar to this only, which term of the AP is 3? Now an AP is given to us and we have to tell what will be the number of this term 3, right? Same method we'll be following. The first term A is equal to 1, common difference is coming to be 1 upon 6 and we are supposing let the nth term of the AP be 3. So Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 into d. Substitute here the values. This 3 will be equal to 1 plus n minus 1 into 1 upon 6. Now simplify this, you will be getting 2 into 6 is equal to n minus 1. So the value of n comes out to be 13. That means if we are considering this AP 1 is to 1 by 6, 1 is to 1 by 3 and so on, its 13th term is given by 3 or 3 is the 13th term of the given AP. Now see the next type of question, question number 15, which is the most important type of question from the exercise. The 7th term of an AP is minus 4 and its 13th term is minus 16. Find its first term, common difference and nth term. 7th term is minus 4 and 13th term is minus 16. So two terms of the AP are given to us. We'll be supposing let first term is A and common difference is equal to D. So by using the formula of nth term of the AP, we are getting T7 is equal to A plus 6D and this A plus 6D is equal to minus 4. It is given. Similarly, 13th term is A plus 12D, which is equal to minus 16. Now we are having two equations and two variables. A and D are the variables and these are the two equations. So we are going to solve these two equations simultaneously. We are doing first equation minus second equation. This gives you minus 6D is equal to 12 or D is equal to minus 2. So the common difference of the given AP comes out to be minus 2. Now using this common difference and in the first equation, we'll be finding the value of A. A plus 6 into minus 2 is equal to minus 4. This gives you A is equal to 8. So the first term of the AP is 8 and its common difference is minus 2. So we have done the first and second part of the question. Now we have to calculate the nth term. This is the third part of the question. So take the formula of nth term, A plus n minus 1 into D. Substitute here the value of A and D. So we are getting 8 plus n minus 1 into minus 2. This gives you nth term of the given AP is 10 minus 2n. So this is the nth term. It means if we have to find any term of the given AP, suppose we have to find the fourth term of the AP. How can we find the AP? Put here n equal to 4, T4. It will be 10 minus 2 into 4. So 10 minus 8 is equal to 2. So the fourth term will come out to be 2. Next, question number 18. Find the value of x for which the numbers 5x plus 2, 4x minus 1 and x plus 2 are in AP. Now 3 numbers are given to us and it is given that these numbers are in AP and we have to find the value of x. So we'll suppose let first term is 5x plus 2, second is 4x minus 1 and third term is x plus 2. Since these numbers are given to be in AP, so they'll satisfy the condition of AP that the difference between successive terms is equal. That is, T3 minus T2 will be equal to T2 minus T1. Now we are going to substitute the value of T1, T2, T3 and just simplify it. So x plus 2 minus 4x minus 1, this is the second term and this is second term minus the first term. And you know this simplification very well, collecting the terms having x on one side and constants on the other, we are getting the value of x is equal to 3, right? You can verify whether the numbers will be in AP if we take x equal to 3. I'll show it here. Now let us start with the first one. T1 is 5x plus 2 and if you put x equal to 3 here, what will you have? 5 3s are 15 plus 2 17. Similarly, T2 is 4x minus 1. Put x equal to 3 here, it will be 4 3s are 12, 12 minus 1 11. T3 is x plus 2, that is 3 plus 2 which is equal to 5. Now tell me whether 17, 11 and 5, the numbers are 17, 11 and 5. Are these numbers in AP? Yes, they are in AP because 11 minus 17 is minus 6. 5 minus 11, this is also equal to minus 6. Right? So we have verified that for the value of x equal to 3, the numbers are in AP. Now this verification is not required. I have explained you that how we will be getting them in AP. Only this is the main explanation of the question which is to be done in the fair work. Now the last type of question from the exercise, which is an application of AP, is the angles of a triangle are in AP whose common difference is 20 degrees. Find the angles. The angles are given to be in AP, that means the difference between the successive angles will be 20 degree and it is given to be angles of a triangle. So we are taking that first angle be x degree, second angle will be x plus 20 degrees and the third angle will be what? Second angle plus 20 degree. So it comes out to be x plus 40 degrees. So the angles are x degree, x plus 20 degree and x plus 40 degrees. Now we'll be using the angle sum property of a triangle, that is the sum of three angles is equal to 180 degree. On simplification we are getting x is equal to 40 degrees. That means the first angle of the triangle is 40 degree, second angle is 60 degrees and the third angle comes out to be 80 degree. You can see the difference between successive angles is 20 degrees, right? Now one very simple article is also there. Another formula is to find the nth term from the end. AP is given to us and if we have to find the nth term from the end, what are we going to do is AP is A plus D, A plus 2D and so on. So the last term of the AP will be equal to L. Now if you have to tell the term which is before this last term, how can you get the previous term is? By subtracting the common difference from it. So the term will be L minus D. Now the last term is given by L which is equal to L minus 1 into D. Now if we have to give the second term from the end, it will be given by what? It will be equal to L minus D. This is the second term from the end and it is equal to L minus D, which can be written as L minus 2 minus 1 into D, right? This is the second term from the end. So continuing like this, if we have to tell nth term from the end, it will be given by L minus n minus 1 into D. This is L minus n minus 1 into d. It's very simple thing, very basic of the arithmetic progression, that the previous term is d less than the next term. So this is the last, second term from the end is L minus D. Similarly, if you have to give the third term from the end, it will be L minus 2D, right? So continuing like this, nth term from the end in general is given by L minus n minus 1 into D. So this is all what we have in the first exercise of the arithmetic series. Students, please try the exercise, and tomorrow I'm going to take the doubts from this exercise in the virtual class, right? Thank you so much.